It is literally so hot in my house right now that I am fanning myself with a llama birthday party plate. Hot content, you guys, hot content.
This is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Welcome back to my channel, you guys. It's Lilith. I'm not gonna bother with a video about where I've been for literally a month or more, because I'm pretty sure that the last video that I posted on this channel was like a where have I been, what's been going on, what happened, everything went wrong kind of video. And if I do that every time I leave this channel, that's all this channel is gonna be. I'm gonna preemptively apologize if my face literally starts melting off in the middle of this video. As I'm filming this, today is Thanksgiving. I hope everybody who celebrates Thanksgiving had a really good Thanksgiving. It is so hot in my house, I'm fanning myself with a paper plate. My family is currently visiting relatives. I had to work. So we're gonna do this. Long story short, the reason that I haven't been here for a month is because of that new job that I told you guys about in my last video. The job has me working more days per week and more hours per day than my last job, so I'm having to kind of focus on that right now while I'm getting used to being back at this company. Also, on the other end of it, it is peak season at my current company, which means I'm going from working 5 days a week to 6 or 7 days a week until like mid-January. So my posting is going to be really slow until after the holidays, but I'm going ahead and making this because I want to. So, things that have happened since I was last here. I turned 23. Happy birthday to me. I started being a piece of garbage and kind of permanently hopped back onto my TikTok / Musical.ly account, which sadly has more followers than this YouTube account. I started doing OC cosplays on that account, and as you can tell by looking at my face, I got my septum finally pierced. And that is what this whole video is about when I got my septum pierced, how it went, how it was done, who did it, stuff like that. But really quick before I get into the video about my septum, I would like to shout out someone else's YouTube channel. My friend Devin, who is one of the sweetest human beings in the entire world, finally took my advice and decided to make a YouTube channel. Sadly enough, he's an actual fetus and has more subscribers than me, but we're not going to talk about it. I'm not bitter, I'm just old. Devin is a really great kid. He is really hilarious and sweet, and I just love him so much, and I could not subscribe to him fast enough, and I hope that you guys will too. The link to his YouTube channel will be down in the description of this video. Please go show him some love and help him gain subscribers. He really deserves them. He works really hard, and he has a really good heart and a lot of passion for what he does. If you're watching this, I love you, baby. I've taken up enough of your time not actually talking about what this video is about. Let's get into it. Alright, I am going to get a little bit closer to the camera here and hope that you can actually see it. I got it done about a month ago. I want to say that the ring is a 16 gauge, but I'm not going to swear by it. I decided to go with a bigger gauged ring because my nose is a little bit bigger, and I thought if I went with something smaller, like an 18, then it would just look wrong for my nose. So when I went and finally got it done, I was scared absolutely shitless, but I was also really, really excited. The girl who did my piercings name was Cody. She was very sweet. She was very professional. She was very good about keeping me calm. She let me pick out my own jewelry, and she was talking to me about the size differences and how the process would actually go and what the jewelry was made of. She gave me an extra set of little balls to go right here on the end of the ring, and she even gave me a pair of spikes if I ever wanted to switch them out. Although I think if I'm going to do that at some point, then I'm going to wait until it's fully healed, because sometimes even just going like this hurts. The process itself was pretty normal, I guess is the way to put it. You know, she sterilized everything, she wore gloves, she was very, very clean. Now let's get to the actual pain part. I was told by several people this piercing did not hurt at all as long as it was done through your sweet spot and not through your cartilage. For those of you who don't know what a sweet spot is, if you reach like your two little fingers up your nose and you feel the hard bit in the middle is the cartilage, like the septum part. But then there's a soft little hanging bit right here at the end of your nose that's below the hard bit. That is your sweet spot. That's just skin. And I heard from countless people online and in real life who had actually had it done that as long as you got it done through the sweet spot and not the cartilage, that it would not hurt at all. Those people are very different from me. As soon as she put the clamp on my nose, I instantly tried to pull away from her because it hurt so bad. I felt like I had been shot in the face, and I know that sounds really dramatic, but I have an extremely low pain tolerance, so anyone out there who's gonna call me a bitch, just go ahead and go do it. It hurt so bad that I was like squeezing my girlfriend's hand so tight I thought I was gonna break her fingers, and I was like crying. It probably hurt more than any other piercing I have ever had. For those of you who don't know, I also have a helix piercing on this ear, and then my ears are stretched up to a 1 gauge, and then I have my nostril done over here. The septum weirdly hurt the most, and I blame the clamp 100%. I didn't even really feel the actual piercing with the needle because the clamp hurt so bad, and I guess that's the point, because it's supposed to cut the blood flow off to the area as well as hold it in place so that she doesn't accidentally move it or do it at an angle. But the clamp, oh my god, like even just thinking of it now, I'm like, ugh. After it was finally done, it felt so bizarre because for the next like 2 hours I was very aware of my breathing, because the actual like septum itself and even my nostrils would like burn when I would breathe in or out. Like if I held my breath it wouldn't really burn, but if I breathed in or out it was like someone was taking like acid and rubbing it on my nose. But everybody reacts differently. Like I said, my girlfriend went and got hers done by the same person, and she barely flinched when she got it done, and her breathing wasn't that bad afterwards. I think it's just that I'm a bigger bitch than she is, so I can kindly concede to the fact that my girlfriend is the better pain tolerance than me. It hurt constantly for about a week to a week and a half before it finally started to subside. Although for like 3 weeks after I got it done, I was in a state of almost like insanity because I constantly could feel it in my nose. I never really had it that bad when I got my nostril done because I was like, yeah, it's there, but I don't really mind it though. Like it just, you know, I don't really feel it. But with my septum piercing, I was so aware of it all the time that I really thought I was going to rip it out of my face. Around the 4th week, I kind of started to get used to it. It does still hurt, especially if I turn it like from side to side. Like I can't move it farther than this right now because it is sore, but I think it's mostly sore because I accidentally got punched in the face twice yesterday. One by a thing at work and then the other one by my brother. So I got punched in the face twice yesterday. So it's extra sore. Weirdly enough, the thing that hurts the most is trying to lift my nose like this. Like I currently can't lift my nose higher than this because it hurts. This actually, I don't know if you will be able to see it, is the little baggie that she gave me. These are the little balls that I could switch it out in case I lose these ones, and then these are the little spikes. I actually just found the paper that she gave me for aftercare that has information about the piercing on it. The place that I went is called Legendary Tattoo Company, and my piercer's name was Cody, C-O-T-Y. The piercing studio is in Owensboro, Kentucky. If you ever want to stop by, Cody was really great. The gauge size of the jewelry was a 14 gauge. The type of metal is titanium, and I got it done on October 6th. So it's been more like a month and a half. She gave me a list of instructions on aftercare. They are separated into suggested aftercare, what is normal, and tips and tricks. Just like with my stretched ears, I am cleaning my septum out with Neil Cleanse Neil Med Wound Wash Piercing Aftercare Fine Mist. I personally buy this from my regular piercer at Tattoo Charlie's here in Louisville. They sell them in big bottles and then like travel size bottles. I prefer to clean this piercing with Q-tips rather than cotton balls or tissues or rags because I feel like it's just easier to maneuver. I did the same thing with my nostril ring. So far I have been lucky enough to not have anybody refer to it as a bull piercing or say I look like a bull or call it a bull ring. But I have noticed that this piercing gets a lot more attention than my nostril piercing or even my stretched ears. I also didn't notice how many people on social media had them until after I got mine. Every single day that I'll get on social media, I'll see like 5 different girls on TikTok, 10 different girls on Instagram, bunch of people on Twitter. A lot of people have them, and I think that was because there was a craze like 2 or 3 years ago where everybody was getting their septum done. I cannot actually flip mine up or down either way because the piercing is very narrow and I can't actually get it up into my nose, but I'm okay with that because I didn't get it with the thought of, oh, I can flip it up if I need to. I have it because I want it to be seen. You know, I like it. And I'm not gonna just flip it up for no reason. Plus, if I do, I'll definitely forget it. But my girlfriend can flip hers because hers is wider than mine. If you're thinking about getting this piercing, I definitely think that you should do your research. I personally did a lot of Googling and I watched a lot of YouTube videos about it. A YouTuber that I really love named Rolly actually just put up a video on his channel all about septum rings because he's had one for a few years, and I, among other people, was sending him questions about septum rings. I will link Rolly's septum question video in the description down there along with Devin's channel. Rolly is a YouTuber that has a lot of piercings. He has double nostril piercings, a septum, couple of lip rings. He's got a bunch on his ears. I believe he just got his nipple pierced and a belly button piercing and all that good stuff. So if you want to watch videos that are a lot better than mine about piercings and body modification, then please go check out his channel. He's really, really great, and I love him a lot, and if he ever saw this, I would probably cry. Like I said, I've been wanting this piercing for a really, really long time, and I'm really glad that I finally got it, even though it hurt really bad, and so far, healing has been kind of painful, but I can flip it back and forth just fine, and there are a lot of days where I can slide it side to side that it's fine, but like a lot of other piercings during their healing period, some days are better than others. I really love this piercing, and I think it really suits my face, and I've been wanting another piercing for a really long time. Ironically, I realized that I got this almost exactly a year from when I got my nostril ring, and I really love it, and I think it's really cute, especially since it's a horseshoe, and that's exactly what I wanted, and I'm really, really happy with it. If you guys are looking into getting a septum ring or a piercing of any kind, please remember to do your research. Research the place that you're going to be going to. Research the person who will be doing your piercing. Walk out of there immediately if they bring out a piercing gun. Research to see what the jewelry looks like for different piercings that you want. Find out what material you think you can or cannot wear in case you have an allergy like I do. Make sure to always buy extra cleansing spray because you will run out faster than you think you will because the can always feels full. Make sure to clean it as many times a day as your piercer instructs. A good piercer will have an entire conversation with you about aftercare and products and healing time. But remember to get a piercing because you like it and you want it and you think it'll look cute and you will be happy having it, not because of anybody else. I knew that I was going to get comments from certain people about if they did or didn't like this piercing, just like with my stretched ears or with my blue hair, and I've learned to just not care because you know what, it's my body, I'm 23, I don't really care. I have a good job, I make my own money, I pay for it myself, this is my body and my life, and I'm happy like this. I have rambled on way, way, way too long about my septum ring. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Please remember to go subscribe to Devin and Rolly. They are really great guys and I love them both so much, even though one of them literally doesn't know I exist. Please go follow my other social media linked below, especially my TikTok, where I weirdly have been the most often, and I also post OC cosplay videos there. I might at some point bring over like the cosplay makeup tutorials onto this channel, especially for people from my TikTok who come to this channel and know who those characters are. Please go follow my TikTok, my Instagram, and my Tumblr. You can also follow my Twitter if you're feeling frisky. If you have not already subscribed, please push that big red subscribe button. I've been stuck at 38 for several weeks now, so please help join the family and help us grow. Give this video a big thumbs up if you really liked it. It helps me out a lot. Leave me a comment below about different piercings that you have, or if you want to get a septum piercing, if you want to talk about it to somebody. I love you guys so much. It is so good to be back on YouTube. I will try to post as much as I can, but with the work season getting busier, it'll be a little bit harder, but I promise I'll try to get back in a rhythm after the holidays. Stay weird and be kind to each other. I love you guys. Bye.